Hey there, I'm Amy.Connell. Welcome to Graced Health, the podcast for women who want simple and grace-filled ways to take care of themselves and enjoy a little chocolate as well. I'm a certified personal trainer and nutrition coach who wants you to know your eating, movement, and body don't have to be perfect. You just need to be able to do what you're called to do. If you have been with me a while, you know that do not preach perfection, and that is one of the reasons why I say your eating, movement, and body don't have to be perfect. You just need to be able to do what you're called to do. However, oftentimes I learn. I love learning. I love knowledge. If you heard this in the statement of values, that you know that this is one of the true things that I value at this phase in my life, and particularly as it regards to our eating and our movement and all of that kind of stuff. One word I have come across a lot is the word palatable. And I was talking with a friend of mine and I said, "Hey, are you familiar with this term?" And she said, "No, I've never heard it." So I thought I would put it out there just as what does palatable mean? Because it's one of those words that once you realize what it means, it may actually help drive some decisions. Now, Merriam-Webster defines palatable as agreeable to the palate or taste, and agreeable or acceptable to the mind. And quite frankly, that does nothing for me, but I thought I would get all official and I would share with you what the word palatable means. In a more applicable sense, palatable just is a word that is used to describe foods that have a high content of salt, fat, and or sugar. And oftentimes it's a combination of that. So, French fries, high salt, high fat. Brownies, high sugar, high fat. Cookies, high sugar, high fat. There's a lot of different things that go together. And I was learning from someone one time, I really wish I could give credit to the person who said that, but they said highly palatable foods do not exist in nature. So when I think about foods that are high in fat, let's talk about like plant-based high fat foods. Okay, so that's nuts, right? Avocados, chia seeds, none of those. Yes, it has high fat, but it doesn't also naturally have high sugar and high salt. Sugar on its own obviously has sugar, but it doesn't have salt and fat that go along with it. I hope you're getting my gist here. But highly palatable is something that has a combination of at least two of those: salt, fat, and sugar. So why do we care about foods that are highly palatable? Because when we eat them, it explodes the taste buds in our mouth and it makes it very easy to consume more than what we really need, or what isn't adequate enough to fulfill that sweet tooth craving or that salty craving or something like that. Highly palatable foods really just ignite the taste buds and encourage us to overeat. That's what they were designed to do, especially those highly processed ones, especially those French fries, Whataburger. I'm looking at you. Like, that's the kind of stuff that encourages you to overeat. It's a lot more difficult to overeat the foods that are God-given and created in nature because they also have perhaps a high water content or a high fiber content. They have other things that go along with it to just kind of slow down that process of everything. So being aware of foods that are highly palatable can help us in keeping in check with how much we actually need. I'm not saying don't have French fries. I'm not saying don't have your Sonic burgers or your Whataburgers, but be aware that when you're consuming it, that it is designed to encourage you to eat a whole lot. It's really easy to go out to your favorite fast food restaurant, get a number one with cheese and regular fries, which is going to come in anywhere between 1,000 and 1,200 calories, and consume that pretty quickly. However, it's going to be a lot harder for me to do that with almonds or even with an avocado. And I love me some avocados, but that's a lot of avocados to eat, to consume that. So being aware of the foods that are highly processed, highly palatable foods, and knowing that they are out to get ya and they're out to make you eat too much might help you take the reins on that and just say, not today. I'm not doing this, or I'm going to enjoy you. And then when I'm not hungry anymore, I'm going to stop. Or I know that I can probably be fine with half a burger, so I'm going to stop at a burger because I know what you're doing and I know your game and I'm not going to play today. Hope that makes sense. Okay, that is all for today. Go out there and have a graced day.